to Baking with Brianna. Today we're going to talk about the harvest. Growing up in Canada, I learned there was a very short window to enjoy fresh Canadian-made fruit and vegetables. For a span of 10 weeks in the summer, depending on the weather, I get to eat as much local fresh fruits and vegetables I want. One of my favorite things to do with our homegrown Ontario fruit is make jams and jellies. Let's not forget about those vegetables though. We can make some savory sauces, salsas, and my favorite pickles. With some easy recipes and simple techniques, we'll have you jamming by the end of this how-to video. On today's show, we're going to show you how to make peach jam and dill pickles. So we're going to start off with the peach jam, and what we're going to do is blanch the peaches first. What that means is putting it in boiling hot water for 5 minutes and quickly taking it out after the 5 minutes and running very cold water on it. What that does is allows the skin to peel off very easily, but doesn't cook the peach as well. Who wants to be sitting there for 10 minutes trying to get the peaches off? So what I like to do with the peaches first is cut it an X on the bottom. What that allows me to do once it is blanched is peel off the skin super easy. I do have one here and it is ready, it's been blanched, and so what you want to do is you can either do this with a knife or by your fingers, but you just want to take the skin and just peel, and it will just peel right off, super easy, and then you chop them, and that's it. So now that all your 12 cups of peaches are fully peeled and chopped up, what you want to do now is put 6 cups of sugar into a pot. The peaches are already in there, so now I'm just going to put the lid on it and let it boil on the burner for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. But after about 10 minutes, what I would suggest to do is take the lid off, give it a stir, look at it, and then keep the lid off if it is boiling, because it will help the water evaporate and will create more of a jammy texture for you. So I've already got my jam prepared, and what we're going to do now is put it into the jars and seal it. So our jam is very, very hot, so you do want to be super careful with this. But with having the jam hot, there's no need to sterilize your jars because it will do it for you. As well, it creates that vacuum seal, what we're looking for, so no mold or bacteria can grow in these, so you can keep them for a few years. So we're just going to take a funnel here. We're going to place it right into the mason jar. And then you just want to pour up till about the beginning of the rings around here. So then we don't have any mess or fuss around the edges. You can wipe them down if you feel like you did spill. But then what you're going to do is take these simple lids. They have rubber on the inside. What that does is actually vacuum seals your jar shut. So now we're just going to add these onto our jars, and you have peach jam. We're just going to continue with these ones, and then we'll be back for the dill pickles. So now we're going to start with dill pickles. And the first thing you need to do is take your dill, you're going to cut it up, and you're going to want about this big of a piece. What you're going to do is just shove that into the mason jar. Now, some recipes do call for garlic. I personally love a little bit of garlic with my dill pickle. So I am going to just put 1 clove. I've cut and peeled all the skin off of it, and you just plop her in. So now that the dill and the garlic are in the mason jar, what we're going to do is put our cucumbers in. I almost just called them pickles, but they're not pickles yet. So they have been sitting in a cold water bath all night, and what that does is just preps them for the dill pickling stage. And it allows more of the flavors to get into the actual pickles. So you're just going to stuff your cucumbers as far into that jar as you can. You should get about 6 to 7 in there. And then you're going to take another piece of dill, and you're just going to crunch it all up and just shove it back in there. And that's it. So now we're just going to continue and work on the other 6 dill pickle jars that we have, and then I'll teach you what the next step is. Now that we've filled all of our mason jars with our dill and our cucumbers, we will work on the brine. And what you need is 6 cups of water, half a cup of regular salt. You can use pickling salt. It does call for 3/4 of a cup. I personally only had table salt, so it's going to have to work for tonight. And then 2 cups of extra strength vinegar. And now we're just going to put this on the burner and it's just going to come to a boil. Now that our brine is done and all the ingredients are mixed together and the salt is dissolved, we're just going to make pickles. So you just want to take your funnel again and you're just going to pour your brine right over and into your jar. And you're just going to do that until the liquid meets your funnel or all of the cucumbers are covered. There you go. There's some homemade dill pickles. So we'll just continue this and then we will put the lids on and they will seal overnight. Another thing with dill pickles is though, they do have to wait 6 weeks before opening and eating. They need time for the cucumber to actually sit in the brine and get its flavor. So what I would highly recommend is labeling your pickles so you know when they're ready. Or you can also put the date that they're ready on them so you know as soon as that date comes, your pickles are ready to go. Thank you for watching Baking with Brianna. Stay tuned for our next installment. Or for more information, check us out on the web at www.briannasweettreats.com. Or you can stop off at our location, Brianna Sweet Treats, located 133 King Street East in Bowmanville, where we will be waiting for you with a sweet treat and a smile.